back to my channel. In today's video, I have a very special, exciting video. We're gonna talk all about how I got into my love for luxury, what my first bag was, how I got it, why I got it, and what my first 5 luxury items and or bags were. So if you guys would like to see all about that and my love for luxury, please keep watching. I am so excited to do this video. I actually got the inspiration from my girl Benita. I will link her YouTube channel down below and also the video that I saw. In it, she was describing how she became enthralled with luxury, her favorite luxury bags that started off her collection and everything of the sort. Now, I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but I've been shopping. Oh, have I? For my birthday, I've just been indulging in luxury a bit. Last year I didn't indulge too much, and this year is the year all about self. Anything I want to do, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, I'm pretty much doing it. So next month we're gonna have tons of luxury unboxings. I think this video is gonna go up in June. So I figured it would be fitting that I talk about how I got into luxury this month before next month, which is just gonna be like luxury, 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 luxury. So I started off into luxury probably around the age of 13. That's when I got my first bag, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I remember very specifically, I took a trip to Miami with my dad and my cousin. Hey Shay, I don't think she's watching, but she had the Gucci Jackie O Hobo. She had maybe a matching belt and she had a hat. And I had always seen luxury before because my parents, they like to indulge here and there. I was always immersed in luxury, but I never really wanted it for myself until I took that trip to Miami. And my cousin, the Gucci Jackie O, that was the first time I laid eyes on that bag, and since then I was hooked. So during that trip to Miami, my dad got me a Coach bag, a Coach hat, and I think that's it. But I want to say even before that, I had already gotten my first piece of luxury, but that was when I started my love for luxury. So after that trip, and I don't know how old I was when I took that trip, I was like heavy into luxury. Like I would get summer jobs and I would save my money and my allowance, and I would just buy things here and there. So I would say from about the age of 13 on up, I've really been into luxury. But my first bag was actually the Louis Vuitton accessories pouch. And you guys, the sad thing is that I don't have any of these bags that I'm going to be talking about. I don't even think I have the accessories. So like I said, I got my first like luxury bag when I was 13. And so I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't necessarily cherish those things like maybe I should have. Now, when I was getting luxury at 13 to 16, I wasn't getting like $2,000 bags. I wasn't carrying Chanel. I was rocking entry-level pieces, but I am woman enough to be able to admit that I wasn't necessarily cherishing it like I should have. So now looking back on all the bags that I started my collection with and how they are no longer in my collection, it kind of makes me sad because now I have pieces from my grandmother, from my aunts, from my mother, and those are things that I will hopefully pass down to someone in the future. So yeah, right off the bat, all the items that I once loved as a preteen and teen, I no longer have them. But that little Louis Vuitton accessories pouch, that was my favorite bag. I carried it for years and years and years. And then I think when I was around like 17 or 18 maybe, I sold it. Biggest mistake ever. They have since redone that model of the accessory pouch, and I don't know, it's just something about the original. It had a shorter strap, it didn't have that flat pocket. I really enjoyed that bag, but I no longer have it. But that was my first piece, and I want to say I got that for my 13th birthday. My mom took me to get it, and I think that day she had gotten a Prada Saffiano bag. So my mother has always been into luxury, you know, because I was around people like my parents who were into that. I just normally gravitated to that. And then that one trip to Miami, that was when I became obsessed. So that's how I got into luxury. And for me, luxury could be anything. It could be a Chanel shower gel. It can be a diptyque candle. It could be a $4,000 Chanel bag. It's literally whatever it is that you enjoy that's not necessary. So for some people, it might be a luxury car. It might be a nice china set. I just like indulging in little things that make me happy. And let's face it, none of this stuff is a necessity. That's why it's luxury. So Yeah, that was the first bag that I started off being obsessed with. So now I want to share the top 5 bags, or the first 5 things in my collection, and I had to write them down because I really had to think back, because like I said, I don't have any of these bags in my collection and I'm kicking myself for that. Okay, so we talked about the first bag was the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire. The second bag that I remember having was the Gucci. It was a little purple cosmetics case, and I don't know if any of you guys remember, this was back in the day. Gucci had a triangular trapezoid shaped cosmetics bag with a small strap. It was purple. It was like a lilac color. If I can find a similar bag online, I'll pop a picture in the video, but I loved that bag. And now, how popular mini bags are right now, I wish I had it. I use that as a handbag. I loved that bag. I really loved Gucci when I was younger, so I think I had that Louis Vuitton bag and maybe one more, but I really liked Gucci and Coach, and I cherished that little purple pouch. I think it was marketed as a cosmetics case, but way back in the day, I was carrying it as a bag. And honestly, you guys, I was that child that was carrying a handbag everywhere. If I can find a picture of myself at maybe 1 or 2 years old, dragging my mom's handbag through the kitchen, I'll insert that on the screen. Your girl has always loved a handbag since I was a baby. I don't know what it is, but my love for bags definitely started when I was a toddler. But that Gucci bag was so nice, and I do hope to add it back into my collection one day. Actually, all of these bags, because they played a special part in my luxury collection, and just because they're so sentimental, I would love to have them back in my collection. Okay, the next item is actually not a bag, it's a hat, and this is one of the items that I got on that trip to Miami many decades ago. It is the Coach bucket hat. I believe it was the signature Coach print with like black CCs and a gray background. I used to love a good Coach bag, and I remember getting that bucket hat to match a bag that I got that trip, but I can't remember what the bag looked like. I love that hat, you guys. Once again, I don't know why I sold it. So if you guys are watching now and you're just starting your luxury collection, try not to sell those first few pieces that start your collection, because you may really want to use them down the line, even if they go out of style. Just as everything, fashion always cycles back to what it once was decades ago. And I really wish I had those pieces. So bucket hats are really in right now. And if I had my Coach bucket hat, I could rock it. But I did really love that piece. Okay, the next bag is another Louis Vuitton piece, and I got this in high school. This was like the it bag of the moment. So many of my well, not so many, because it's not like we were all donning Louis Vuitton, but this was the Louis Vuitton Eclipse Backpack. And this was when backpack purses were really popular, and I remember getting this. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I wanted this bag so badly, and I believe I got it for like my birthday or Christmas. Sometimes I wish I still had it. Not that I would wear it as a backpack, because I'm not into a backpack style purse, but the Eclipse line from Louis Vuitton, I love. They had a top handle version that kind of reminds me of a Speedy, but in a more structured Eclipse shape. I loved that one, but I had the backpack, and yeah, I just felt so cool wearing that to school, because I did. And that was a backpack that I really enjoyed. Don't own that anymore. I really wish I kept more of these pieces. That's something that I could give to my cousin or my daughter, something like that. But unfortunately, I no longer own the Eclipse backpack. Let me know if any of you guys out there were collecting Louis Vuitton at that time. I don't remember when the piece came out, but the Eclipse backpack was such a cool girl bag, and it's now gone. The next bag that was a part of the earlier portion of my designer collection was the Gucci Horsebit Hobo. This is actually the only bag I still have. I forgot about this. And my friend and I always talk about it because one of the studs is missing from the side, so I don't use it. But I've never taken it to Gucci to get it replaced because I know I would have to pay. And also, I'm not using it. So the Gucci Horsebit Hobo was also very popular decades ago. It is a heavy, heavy bag though. This one, I believe I got in high school. It's the larger size one. It's a huge bottomless pit. It holds a ton, but boy, is she heavy. For all those reasons, I don't really wear her. I haven't worn her in well over a decade, but for some reason, I can't get rid of her. I know there will be a point somewhere in the future where I'll really be into Hobo bags. I have quite a few Hobo bags in my collection, but this Gucci Horsebit will always have a special place in my heart. It was one of the first larger bags in my collection, definitely, but it was just such a fun style. That was also a really popular bag when it was released, and I do still have that one. So out of all of these, I probably just have one of these pieces left in my collection, and I probably do need to get it repaired so that I can wear it maybe in another decade. Okay, and the last bag that kind of started my designer collection is the Louis Vuitton Croissant MM. And this is a bag that I lusted after, I believe I was in middle school or high school. And I remembered seeing somebody with it at the hair salon, and I came home and told my mom about it. And she got it for me for Christmas, and I carried that bag for so long. I miss Louis Vuittons. I guess now they're like vintage bags from back in the day, like the Vavin, the Nice, the bucket tote, the Eclipse, all those styles of bags that were really popular when I was just starting my collection and really getting into luxury. I miss them because now Louis Vuitton, they do a lot of leather pieces with their monogram, and they're just so trendy looking to me, but I miss the OG Louis Vuitton pieces. Let me know in the comment section down below if you remember the croissant or the croissant bag. I had it in the MM or the medium size, and I love that little bag. That's probably a bag, if I had kept, I would actually wear it now because it had an adjustable strap so you could make it really short, and it was a nice bag that sat close to the body. I did enjoy it. Not sure why I gave it up, but that was definitely one of the first few bags in my collection. So yeah, you guys, that rounds up the first 5 or so bags that started off my luxury handbag collection. As you can see, since the tender age of 13, I've really been into luxury handbags. Before then, I would get like Nine West, anything that was sold at like Macy's or Dillard's or Parisian. If anyone lived in the South or wherever they had that store, any bag that was sold at Parisian, I wanted. So they had Dooney and Burke, everything of the sort. And I don't know, like I said, I've always been a lover of handbags. It didn't matter where I got it from. I remember one summer, my grandmother took me to Kmart, and there was this really nice black tote style bag that had long shoulder straps, but you could also wear it as a backpack. It was like convertible, and I had to get that. So my grandmother got that for me. I couldn't take it to camp, but I could wear it when I got home from camp. So basically, it didn't matter where my bags were coming from. I have just always really enjoyed a nice handbag. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was nice taking a trip down memory lane and seeing, you know, the bags that I liked, how my style has maybe changed, and just the evolution of my collection overall. I'm definitely a bag girl. That will never change. Please believe your girl will always be rocking a bag. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what were some of your first bags added to even your luxury collection or your non-luxury collection. I'd like to know that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned to July. It's gonna be the month of luxury. We're gonna have a lot of goodies. I think actually 2 of my items just arrived here today, so I have to go downstairs and check them out. But I love you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.